There we go. That was really weird. I don't know why I did the old one. Well, apologies to everybody. That was really weird. It did the old stream from yesterday, from when we were raising money for the ACS. So I'm not sure why that was doing that, but nonetheless, here we go. Let's try this again. Hello and good morning, and welcome to another edition of the Jedi Academy here on the RC channel, live on Twitch and YouTube. Getting the chat set up, and this is the show where we do nothing but answer your questions about Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. We'll do my GAC, of course. You can see we got our trusty Sith accountant What Else 73 here and ready to go, so that's good. So we can start this sooner rather than later. But yeah, we're going to do Swaggo stuff and answer your questions. Now, if you have a question you would like to pose to myself or everybody joins me on the Zoom call, all you have to do is put your question in the chat. Make sure you put the word question for the actual question, comment, or statement, and we will get that answered in the order that we get those. So let me do that and that. There we go. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning to you all. It's still saying okay. Well, Stream Elements is poo-poo diarrhea. So I don't know why it keeps posting that as the actual event. That's the event from yesterday. We're not doing that. We're doing the Jedi Academy today. So Stream Elements, you can get me. Hope everyone's having a good morning. What else need to join us this happy holiday weekend, if it's a holiday for you. I think it is. What is it? Monday is what? President's Day or some shit? I don't know what it is. So good morning. So yeah, we will answer your questions. We're gonna get into some GAC here, and just get into our normal hijinks and have fun on a Saturday. And then I'll be back tonight for some more Dungeons and Dragons with the team. We will have some good and tough fun there. All right. Anything else? Hit the thumbs up, subscribe. Leave comments, chilies, blah, blah, blah. There we go. All right. And then last thing is give your greeting. Say hi to me. Say hi to all the other skewers if you're out there. Let me know you're alive and kicking. Even if you're lurking, you can say hi and then go back to lurk mode. It's okie dokie. So everyone's having a fine Saturday morning. It's a fine, beautiful day here. Actually, it's not. It's wet. It's rainy. It's poo-poo. But I'll take it over the last couple weeks where it's been snowy, cold, and ugh. Is this thing on? Yeah, it's on. What else? 73. I said hello to you, brother. I read your greetings and everything. What else? 73 says at least it isn't like minus 35 like up north. Yeah, that's true. Streaming yesterday and stuff. We had the noob lady on from oh, Twitch went down and then came back. Okay, got it. All right, got you. All right. Yeah, I'm still here, brother. I'm still here. Oh, TSB Fear Itself. Oh, it says lurking while working. I appreciate you saying something now. Be careful. Get back to work. Don't get in trouble. You do your worky thing. I'll do the entertaining thing. Yes, we must keep TSB safe. Let's let them lurk while we answer Swiggle questions and do stuff in the game. We'll look at GAC here in a few minutes or what else in 3. Give people time, to get here. It's in the morning here in the US, get their coffee and get their breakfast and things going and things of that nature. Yes. I was trying not to let my breakfast come back up. All right. Thanks to everybody who came out yesterday for the charity stuff. We raised a lot more money for the ACS, and big shout out to the monster legend himself, GLD, who put the pain on me. But that's what he does because he's an awesome guy and he likes supporting our stuff. He's amazing thing. So big shout out to our good friend GLD. And a friendly reminder, February 6th through the 9th, we will be in Orlando for MegaCon. I'll be in the costume. And we'll be doing costumey things and MegaCon things and hanging out with everybody that'll be there. It's going to be a lot of fun. So come join us. It's our yearly wrap up we do for each campaign that we do each year for the ACS. So if you're in the Florida area and want to come see us and say hi and hang out and stuff, you're more than welcome. The more the merrier. I know there's going to be quite a few folks down there. It's going to be great. And yeah. All right, I don't need to do anything in Aranos. We just got to get ready for GSC. I'm facing a fellow midichlorian, so this will be fun. Lord Baxter. I can't remember if they're in 2 or 4. I don't remember. But we'll be facing a fellow Alliance member. We must put a good foot forward, old boy. We must serve them to the rude midichlorian is. Yes, in capital. But yeah, if you haven't given your greeting yet, then feel free to do that. I have my Starbucks, and I am ready to rock and roll. So yeah. Yes, excellent. Hope everyone's having a good morning on this weekend. Icy Tuna Cannoli. Hey, good to see you, Icy Tuna Cannoli. Thank you for the thing you did for me and my friends. This afternoon, everybody. Hello, Icy Tuna. It's two cannoli, but I like to say tuna cannoli. Yes. Good morning to you, my friend. It's Icy Two Cannoli, but I like to say tuna cannoli because it just sounds better, you know. He's a friend of mine, he's a friend of yours. I got someone for you later there, too, cannoli. All right, good morning, my friend. Good morning. Keep getting your greetings in. As I said, we're letting everybody get in. You get warmed up. Let the caffeine go through the veins, and we'll get the questions started, I'm sure. Now, we'll start GAC here in a little bit soon, but even while I'm doing GAC, because we get a lot of GAC questions on Jedi Academy, keep asking your questions. Feel free to interact, even if I'm doing GAC. I'll wait till the battle's done. I'll look at chat. I'll read it. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We're fine. Everyone's fine here. How are you? You know, that kind of thing. So yes, good morning. Give your greetings, good morning. We can start looking at GAC, I guess, while we're waiting for questions and stuff. Give an idea to our Sith accountant data keeper. Whittle 73. In the Sith, we have a Juba and other things. Gas, Kellen Beck team, the boss team with Dash, Queen Amadiller. And then no Great Mothers, but no Tuskens, Gungans, the Rex 5s, another Jedi team with Qui-Gonus, with Cam and their only one GL in the front. Let me look and see if they have the Ahsoka. I'm sure if they got the Great Mothers, they got to have the mercenaries, right? Did he get Balin his first time? He does have a Balin lurking somewhere. All right, we'll keep that in mind. There's a Balin. What else do we got? I don't see GL Ahsoka. We'll check it. Nope. They are not quite ready for GL Ahsoka. So yes, good for us. It's a popular thing. Yeah, sure it is. So it's pretty standard down here. So we'll go through this. What's 3? Bazinga says, my roommate came back completely wasted this morning. He hasn't slept since yesterday. Left the bar, went to a B&B, got some action, then somehow got back here in one piece. I don't know how. But when you're young, you do those things. I don't know if you know this, Bazinga, but I've done that many times in my military career. So yeah. Pilkus, what's going on, Pilkus? Thoughts on Beck over Qui-Gon Jinn. I don't have Qui-Gon, but a relic Beck soon, considering to skip Qui-Gon and GC. I mean, Qui-Gon's still really good, but I mean, they're both good in different ways. There's just two different ways of going about it. I mean, Qui-Gon, Cam, and Anakin is still a popular team. I mean, Killer and Beck, you can do different combinations. It's totally fine. There are hard counters to them. They can be a lot more pain in the ass, and there's certain datacrons that out there, especially with Jedi and stuff. So yeah. Yeah, I don't know about the Omicron. I mean, you can use. I don't mind the. I think it. You know. I don't. Qui-Gon's is worth it. does force you to use something on it, but I mean, we've used all kinds of crazy things, and it can get away from you. If you try to shortchange that team, it'll bite you in the ass, and we've seen that before. I'm also down 65, 63 right now. We'll see if you full clears us over if I can do battle walk to the championship round. Oh, nice. Yeah, we won our first round. We're going to see if we can get to the finals again, see if we can win again in the finals. Well, we got to get past our friend Lord Baxter here first. Choo choo! The engineer over on YouTube says, hello, Ranger. Says, over the years, you helped me a lot. Maybe I can return the favor now. I think I found a cheap counter of the Great Mods 3v3 with a strong Datacron. They were in the back. I had nothing left. Well, what would it be, my friend? We've been using Sith Empire. So, yeah. Radishin and Bays. Yeah, but if they were to say, that's kind of lucky, because if they had gone for Radis or, Bays first with the Doom, you would be in big trouble. You would get slaughtered. I think you might need to do some more battles to see what the percentages are on that. So yeah, in the South, we've got a Queen Amidala team. We have a Gas team. We have the Keller and Mace Nips team. Okay. The Dengar Boss Zam team. Queen Amidala and Jabba. So yeah. Yeah, if they target Jin first, the engineer, that's going to go really well, because she will not die. Even with Doom and everything on, they're going to keep trying to kill her, right? And then you just keep doing your thing and then rock and roll, right? And the other two die because they won't have Doom and stuff on them. Then you can bring them back, get to your payout, and then blast them, right? Then they're toast. But if they say target Admiral Radis first with Doom, it's over. It's not good. It is not good. Bazinga, I hope it goes well for you, my friend. So yeah, we just need to figure out the south, what we want to use here in the south wall. I'll warm up by using old Queen Amidala here. We'll use the Bane. Yeah, I think it's worth the risking it for the biscuit there, engineer. If you had nothing left, that seems like a reasonable thing. So yeah. Well, that's all right. We can handle the ships again. They're what else in 3? It could be the case, or he could just be going full Monty on offense, the efficiency. So, you want to start off? What do we want to use against the boss team? Well, we can use Bane against Queen Amidala. I guess we can see the gas team if we wanted to, unless we want to go something else. And then Keller and Beck. I mean, Jesus. Jabba, we can just JMK or Star Killer that. It's got on the Jabba Cron, it's 15%. There's no tenacity. It does have stun on it, so I don't know. Well, that's not going to affect that team because stun doesn't do anything against team, I think. We could try Star Killer. I don't know. I feel like we're getting an efficiency fight here. We try Star Killer there. We may just JMK that because, yeah. TSB says, my alt faced flat today for the first time. Bono Q3 full cleared 1-drop battle. Not bad. Not bad at all. Well, we already know we're going to use here. Let's just go ahead and get it over with. Bane and Trooper. EP Star Mark Hill against the boss team. Okay. I will do that next. Before we do that, let's look if he does have Ezra maxed out, because that could be a team we have in the back there, what else 33, but we have Leia for that. So if there's a Rey team, we have Leia, because we don't have to worry about GL Ahsoka. So I think we might be okay with that. Oh, I don't know. That's an interesting question there, Pilkus. It is a very fine question. Yeah, we'll go for that. All right. I'm just gonna hit you, and now you're gonna go after my Sith Empire Trooper. Yes, good. Good. Keep hitting him. Or not. Oh, boy. There's just Queen Armadillo left. Bye-bye. It could have been just a visual glitch or something. Alright, so Star Killer this. I'm totally down for that. Hey, that's right, Bird. Good morning. We just want to focus on boss here straight off the bat here, brother. Just or get Zam out of there as quickly as possible. She's gonna stealth though. That's the only thing. Let's see if we can get the Zam out of there as quickly as possible. Let's look at this Chron real quick. What's the 15%? Stun's not gonna do anything. It's got beefiness to it. Okay. Do we want to start with the opening move of Marjada on boss and go for Zam? Do we want to just put shock? Yeah, we should probably just get boss from not taunting. That way we can beat the crap out of Zam. Yeah, do that. This thing that says Dinger's going to tear you apart. Eh. Good morning, Papa Chulo. What's going on, crazy fool? Do that. Get the stun. Go after Zam. Alright, let's get the shocks going. Perfect. Get Zam out of there as quickly as possible. Alright, she's gone. And we'll just work on Bosky. What to do next? Yeah. He's gonna get his we'll just drop the Star Destroyer on him. Yeah. 56. Loved how Dengar tore me apart there, Bazinga. Okay, so we can see the gas. What do you want to use it against this Color Beck Mace Ahsoka team? It's got a Relic 5 Kron on it. Yeah, certain teams he does do some insane work. We actually had 8 holds with our boss Dengar, right? But there are a couple counters that just neutralize it. In 5s, I use Gungans. They destroy that team. Starkiller will destroy it in 5s and 3s, so yeah. We'll just focus on getting those easy wins, Jeremiah. There, Papa Chulo, get that easy win, partner. Boy, I like the way that's working out for you. Nothing like waking up, getting some coffee, open up your GC, and see lots of holds. Well, Well, you said you're sick now. Well, that's not good. I don't want to hear that. Well, hopefully you feel better, brother. Yeah, we can see the gas. We can JMK Jabba. Then I'll figure out what I want to use against Killern back here. And it's Arc and Echo. Yeah. I think that was it. Yeah. Arc and Echo. Nope, it's on defense. And you'll be happy to know, Well 23, our new Django B1 is beginning his holes on defense. Can you believe that? Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful stuff. Just fantastic. Just fantastic. C. Oh, sorry, getting distracted here. The solo C does even better. All right, I'll trust you, brother. Okay. Well, hope you feel better, brother. Sorry that you got the crud, man. It's that time of year, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, we're gonna try solo C versus gas. Pray for us. I'll link you, and I'm gonna link Echo because I don't want him hurting my ass. We'll get the link on these guys here in a second. Linky. Linky, linky, stinky, stinky. No, I don't need to go alt. You're right. I guess gonna come up, whack me. We'll hit him with this, get our protection back. Wacky. $58, not too bad. All right. Oh, goodness. We'll take a 58. So far it goes good, my friends. So welcome to the Jedi Academy. Get your questions in. We're starting GAC or GAC run. What do we want to use against that Killer and Beck team? Keller and Mace, Ahsoka. It's got a level 5 Kron, but it's just they recover 2% health. It's got a little bit of protection, crit damage, and some health. But let's get rid of the Java team, and then we'll take it from there. Galactic Republic. Ahsoka, and then we're gonna go Mace. Now this does this have the stun on it? It does have the stun on it. That's annoying. I wonder if we want to go GK here instead. What do you think here? GK or Mace? Usually we use Mace on this, but I think we might want GK. Stun's annoying. General Kenobi or Mace Windu? Mace 94. All right, we'll stick with Mace. Like 10 mods. Pass it back to you. That's Shan, and then you gonna get that girl. Oh, this is fantastic. And then we'll just wait for ultimate and kill Bougie. Bougie Lyle. Back to you, buddy. And one more of those. Keep that on him. And then we'll do basic. All right. And then we'll just do that. Okay. And then let's go ultimate. There's the stun. You're annoying. Bye, Leia. Bye. Have a nice sleep. Let's get Sheen on you. Yes. More hits. It's good, yes. All in the Kenobi. Yes. Good. Good. Kill him. Kill him dead. Yes. Whack him in the head. There we go. Yeah. Beefy boy. Get that back on you. Get that on him. He's dead. Yeet! He's gonna come back. Let's finish him off. Okay, and now we're on to Jubba the Hutt. Ooh. Oh, lots of beatings on the Jabbas. Oh. Give him a wackadoodle, and then another wackadoodle, and he's gone. Oh, 57. Oh. No, CLS is not on defense. Teams we have left: Lay after the back, JML, SLKR, Sith Empire, Gas, Gungans, Inquisitors. We can throw rocks, Jedi Cal, Afra, Bo Katanis. CLS what on CLS Rebels? So Rebels, I don't have the cron though. So I don't know how effective that's going to be. CLS with who? QPO 3PO? Oh, hey there, Botch. G-Dub Gaming. What's going on? Hope you have a fantastic day. There's 4% is always the answer. Well, yes, but not for everything. Oh, yeah, there, Botch. Okay. I will do it, my friend. All right, Snips, I'm coming for you, girl. Oh, they're going after 3PO? Wow. Mm-hmm. This goes very deliciously. You feed a stupid. Okay, okay. Oh, Mary J's coming in hot off the presses. Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Now there he go. Now there he go. All right, let's open up the back and see the jails. Well, can we call this or what? Oh, Lord Schmader's there. Oh, we found something for Lord Bo-Katanis. And then there's the Ray team we called. So yeah, we'll use Gungas against the Dash team. I think that's the team that someone says. So we have Lord Vader, Ray. We have Sortie Huang BB8. We have the 3 troopers, and we have Dash Hondo L3. No, that's not what I want to do. Is that better for you, buddy? Good morning, Kimmy Baby says, good morning, Skewers and Ranger. Hope all is well with everyone. Good morning. Hope you are doing well. Good to see you, lovely lady. Oh, Karth says there might be a Karth sighting soon. Oh my god. After is 90% versus Sortie. Okay. We can use Afra against that. Okay. We'll have to use Leia against the Leia team, so that goes without saying. Now it's a level 6, but it's not. It's just they get damage immunity, but nothing too crazy on that Kron. So I think we should be fine here with Leia. Let's do Leia here. Webbles. Let's knock out this. Let's knock out the 2 GLs, and then we'll get the other ones. Webble 73, because we know these are 2 biggest hindrances here. But yeah, Card just messaged me, said Pookie inbound. Hey, I mean, hey. Afra's 90% versus Sortie team. Fantastic. Fantastic. Oh, I think we have Karth joined us. Well, hello, Carthaginigus. He's being shy. Eventually he'll talk. I promise you guys, he will talk. Janet Revan, Cal Jolie. Dash Hondo L3. Okay. Let's get through the Ray team. We got Ray, Azra, and Ben. We're going to use Leia here. Well, I don't know how much bigger you want me to make the screen here. You want me to just take off my cam here? Here, I'll take off my cam. There, you can see the full thing, dude. I don't... We're using Drogon, Leia, and R2 against Ray, Ezra, and Ben. And this is the Kron. Arthur's muted at the moment, so he must be getting his coffee. So when Karth is ready to speak, he will speak. The city was joining, but yeah, he joined, but I think he's getting some coffee or something. He hasn't said anything yet. He's actually in the call. He just hasn't said anything yet. All right, let's do this. We'll wait for Drogon's basic, and then we will slap that hoe. Yes. All right. Okay. See what you did there. We're just going to stay on Ray. Hide that Drogon. Hide the pickle. We're going to hide that pickle. And we'll just beat that ass there. And then, hi, Ezra. Oh, how you doing, buddy? That's off. And we'll just send that to Leia. Hit her in the head. And she's in Diat. How did you hit Drogon? That is such trash. God damn it. No. I'll get that off. Probably from the ultimate. All right. We can get the ultimate back. I don't think he can come back though because he was in. Okay, that's DI. R2, yeah, because she got him with the whirlwind. That's just unfortunate. And just take a goddamn turn. Keep it on Leia. Eventually Ben will take a turn, I promise. That's ass. Can we kills it? That's just unfortunate timing. Oh well. Well. Mind of a man makes a mookie. Plane! This is +1. Hell yeah. He says, what did I miss? Well, we cleared the front. We're in the back doing our thing. Good to see you, Plane. Kimi says, coffee. A much needed beverage in the morning. Yes, I agree. This thing says R2's an effing menace. Yeah, he is kind of, sort of. But that was unfortunate on the Droganis. Infinity is joining us in the chat. Well, the stream's over. Car's mic's not working, and apparently, hold on, let me figure this out. Check your Zoom settings, see if which mic you've got selected and stuff there, Karth. I'm gonna try to get Finn broke it. Yeah, Finn, I blame Finn for Karth's problems. Don't want to jinx himself, but EP Mars Star Killer has been close to 90% versus. Yeah, it can be, but if it's got the right kind of stuff on it, it can be really bad playing. But hey, I wish you. Yeah, no, I don't think you care, Finn. He says my bad. Yeah, I don't think Finn cares. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with Karth's microphones. Karth's got a really nice mic setup too. All right, so we'll use Bo here against Lord Schmader because I love using Bo against Lord Schmader. It brings me joy and happiness. It's Royal Garden Mall with the Mallcron. I think we just go with the normal homies here, right? I don't think we need to go with a BAM. Did say on them streets. Happiness. But you can't spell happiness without penis. So there you go, Little 73. Get this team done, and then we'll take it from there. We'll go look at the north and figure out what we want to do. We got lots of good teams still left over, so I think we're looking pretty good in the neighborhood. Finn says, Karth, have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in to the socket, your USB? I always try Silly Crap versus the RG variant. I always drop. Well, stop doing that. Stop doing that, Plane. I wonder, does anybody have some solutions here for Carther Genigus? His microphone does not seem to be picking up. Did you check in Windows that it's the device that's been selected for in your audio settings? TSB says, I spell happiness BOOBS. Okay. Finn, yes, Karth remembered to plug the damn thing back in. What's wrong with you? Dogs showing any wires lately? That's true. All right. Before we continue, we can answer some questions here. GC ain't going anywhere. We'll get Bo set up here. Kimmy says, turn it all off and then turn it back on. The mystery of why car shit's not working continues on. The skewers are on it. Kind of want to see and get this fixed for cards before I do any more GAC. We've got tech support going full tilt here, baby. And I love it. I love it. I don't care. I love it. And apparently Desi's Desi's figured it out. She says it seems that most recent update isn't playing nice with the existing auto drivers. You either need to update or roll back. That old chestnut. Check your drivers. Check your drivers. Back in the GAC, regular Bow team here against Lord Schmader should be fine. They're what else? 73. I think it looks pretty good. Well, we try to get Karth up and running. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna send it, Bodge, while we're waiting. All right, let's get the creaminess going, and then oh hi, look, there's a mall. We'll burn. Okay, that's fine. Oh hi, mall. I'm gonna hit the schnot out of you now. Schnot. Oh, he's in DI. Oh, he died. I screwed you. Just finish him off. Let's get him. Lord Vader has gone into ultimate. He's gonna stop us from beating the crap out of Maul. Go get him. Get him. Finish him. Finishing. Do finishing. Do the finishing things. I would like you to be potato and finishing. Yes, it's good. This is good, yes. This is good, yes. Send it. Send the pain. Send the pain. Mm-hmm. Yes, good. Good, Bo. Good. Feeling your destiny. Just your basic here. Get you up and running. Looking creamy. And bye-bye, Lord Schmader. Karth is back in the Zoom call, but it is not working. Karth, let me do something here. I'm going to call you in Discord. Hold on a second there, Betty. Let's see if we can get you in Discord. I'm going to end the Zoom call and I'll call you in Discord. Let me call Karthy in Discord. Let's see if we can get him up in Discord. All right, let's try talking to Karth in Discord. It's lighting up.
Hello?
Oh, there he is.
Dude, it's all different programs. It took me like 3 days to get it to work on Discord properly.
Oh, goodness. It sounds like you're speaking through your video microphone.
It's probably coming through that one. Hold on.
Yeah, check your Discord settings on your microphone.
But it's been a pain in the dick.
I bet it is. That's right. We'll just jump in a call here on Discord. All right, for the sortie team, what else? 3? You said you wanted to use Dr. Afri on here, and I'm tend to agree with you there, brother.
So yeah, if I switch back to the other one, it wants to just say F me.
Okay. Too hot coffee.
I had it fixed. Silly computer.
Well, repeat after me. I blame Finn.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I know.
You're not
Finn
wrong.
sucks. Tank revive will do us nothing there. Not using the mark. That's a tank revive. Let's see what we nice. Who are we going after here? What else? 3? Are we just going straight in on BB-8 and then Huang and
Let's
then
just see if we can make this do dumb things.
Yay! Doing dumb things. Hey, the wolf! Man says happy up Ranger and Skewers. Hello, Wolfie. Okay, we'll get rid of Haiyang first. We will go after the Hyangus. We're going to try to kill us a Hyangus. Yes, we'll shoot him in the head. Yes, kill him dead. Yes. It's one death. Yes. Shoot. Spare parts again? That's annoying. Basic. Do that. You're annoying. Stop it. Stop it! Spare parts again? Well, that's annoying. I would like to kill something now, please. Or not. Just keep putting spare parts on. That's fantastic. I'm going to kill you. Then I'm going to go over here and shoot you. Get you out of there. That helps. There we go. You're an annoying, dirty, nasty jungle love sortie. All right, we won. All right, Karth's still working on stuff. He'll join me on the call again once he's ready. Okay. Got that up and running. Hope the Karth joins us back in the car. We wanted to use Revan. What was it? Revan, Cal, and who? Jolie said for this team. Right. Well, Karth will let me know when he's ready. All right. Yeah, for dash. Yeah, that's what we're using it against here. Karth, just write in Discord when you're ready for me, brother. All right, we'll burn down dash first. Fuck with L3, and then we'll save his big hit for numbnuts there. Unless he gets captured. Okay. Okay, come on. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me with that shit. If I get one more dodge, I'm going to lose my goddamn mind. Oh, there's Karth. Hey, gang.
Hello.
Oh, that sounds much better.
Okay, now I can talk, but I can't hear.
You can't hear?
Love this. Hello.
I'm still here.
Yep.
Talking. Yeah, we hear you fine, Karth.
Yo.
Yes.
Sort of.
Okay. Turn your volume up. Turn the music down just a little bit.
So annoyed. I'm so annoyed.
Poor Karth.
Well, now the mic will work,
But you can't hear anything.
but I had to change the output on the speaker to something else so that I can hear it because my headset won't play anything now.
So you can't hear me at all right now.
No, I can hear you.
Oh,
it's a
okay.
different speaker,
That's okay.
but I just can't use my headset. Anyway, it was just working like literally yesterday.
Oh no. Oh no.
It is what it is. I'll survive.
You'll be fine, my friend. How are you been, Karth?
Good. We've been good.
How's GAC going? Did you win from did your opponent attack from last night? We did a pretty damn good score there for you, Karth.
He attacked like literally right after you guys finished. He was watching the whole thing.
Ah.
So
Did he full clear?
no.
Oh, good.
He dropped on my Leia team and then had to use Bane to clear it, and then didn't have Bane C to go against Glat in the back wall. So
Oh no.
it did not end well for him.
Outside of that, how's everything in life treating you?
Good so far. Just got a lot of things coming down the pipe for work, so keeps me quite busy.
There you go. I turned you up in Discord because people saying you're a little quiet, so I fixed it. All right. Well, we're just doing some GAC. And if you have any questions for me or Carthaginigus, get those in. You can ask us anything. Just put the word question for any actual question statement. We're going to continue GAC. I'm going to use the Gungans against Enoch and the Troopers with Compton Top Halls because it's a very good counter and it works. And we will have cleared the south. Yes, good. Good. I'm facing a fellow.
I just like how everyone puts that Imperial Remnant team down in 3s because they don't know where to use them.
I've been keeping mine for offense. Maybe
they're a pretty fun team for offense. It's just like they have one niche, which is just blowing things up with the blight triggers. It's like, but if you can't trigger the blight or they have a way to like sustain through it, oh my god. Such an annoying mechanic.
And 57. It's so good. All right. So far it goes well. Now we've got a lot of fun stuff for the north. For Gungans, we'll use Sith. Now we do for Great Mothers, we've got Sith Empire. For Tuscans, we've got a lot of options. We've got Treya still left over. We have JML, SLKR, Sith Empire, Inquisitors, Gas. We can throw rocks at something. Yeah, we've got a lot of stuff for offense. Our defense has been pretty well, man. I'm very happy with the choices we've made on defense. It's been giving people headaches. So yeah. So we'll sit the Gungans.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah. Well, we've had GL Ahsoka's actually, she's been 50-50. Either she holds and they just give up, or they kill her, but then something else bites him in the ass.
Well, so the most consistent counter versus her right now is C Bane. And then Leia and Slacker depend on what Ezra gets up to and how quickly. So it's like basically the safe bet is C Bane, but if you can get your opponent to drain them or commit to that there, then it becomes harder to deal with other teams because you have to commit, 2 counters to beating one team.
Right.
That's been my experience is people just go like, I'll put like Queen Amidala up front and they're like, oh, well, we always just Bane Queen Amidala to get to the back wall. They're like, oh, we'll try Leia. And it's like, oh, that didn't work.
I just spent 3,200 crystals. I didn't mean to do that. All right.
Hey, it's money well spent.
Oh my god. I wasn't even looking. I went to hit the store thing and I'm like, well, what am I, the calendar here or something, or what am I missing? And then I just hit the 3,200 thing and I'm like, oh shit. That's all right.
It's not like you need them for an upcoming marquee or anything.
No. Hey, Ray Rock says happy up, Ranger and Skewers and Picklers. That's right. All right. So we've got that done. Let's clear this. I know fleets. We're facing Lord Baxter, fellow midichlorian. So yes. All right. So yes, we're gonna use Sith here. We'll use the Sith. So let's put the Treya team together with Savaggio Press, and then we'll just rock and roll. And then who do we want? We've got Inquisitors. We can still throw rocks at something. We've still got, well, we'll use JML against and Hoda against that. Against the
Great Mothers is like the only real threat in the north, and so you just need to either use Slacker or
we'll use Sith Empire on it,
or that. Yeah,
we'll do that and see how that goes, and then
I love how that Sith Empire counters like 1 out of 5. It just goes right to hell, but everyone's like, it's what we have to use.
Beat the shield generator. Where's the phalanx here? You get this and you get that. We're just gonna keep beating the shield. Kimi says, question for Carthan Ranger. Queen Amidala team is new for me. Is there anything in particular with the mods I should know? It's pretty straightforward. I mean, tons of health on. Go ahead, Carth.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. Queen Amidala wants to be relatively quick just to cycle turns, especially with her queen's protection. You know, her being a cool like 450 speed is oh no, sorry, she gains 50 speed. So like 400 speed is still kind of fun, but um you still want to build her a little like tanky. So like speed with health and then health primaries is kind of what you're looking for. Um Qui-Gon can kind of go a variety of directions. He could go a little more of an offensive build if you want to just make Bane a little bit more sketchy for your opponents, or you can look at doing just a high bulk build and whatever you want. There's just a lot of options for him because the team kind of has one gimmick, which is letting Pow just annihilate face. So it doesn't really matter what everyone else is doing as long as Pow gets off the ground. Um, and then POW is just full offense. You just want offense on offense set with a health set. Then you want offense on the cross. You want crit damage on the triangle. Depending where you have for speed secondaries, you can either go for an offense arrow or a speed arrow, depending on what you have as an option for you. But then the other two members of the team are just kind of like filler on whatever you need.
Hopefully that answers your question, Kimmy. It's really loud, though. Well, it's the best I can do. All right, let's try Sith Empire versus the Mothers. Mothers! If they target my Bastia, I'm going to be very not happy, Karth.
Do I need more noise?
What do you mean?
No, my input's as high as it'll go, so. Nothing. I'm just talking to myself. I'm really, 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 really hoping these raid changes come sooner than later.
I'm so annoyed with the raid, yeah.
Well, it should make Queen Amidala really consistent, and then it'll make Lumi better because you don't have to worry about losing your potency up when the droid gets that random bonus turn. But now that the command droid can't gain a bonus turn, that means like if you get down to just him, you don't sit there and loop against him for like 7 or 8 turns.
Mm-hmm.
So that'll be nice. I want to see what else it plays because depending on what you're playing with, it's not going to change other runs as much, but it should make the GR runs a little bit more consistent. I don't think it's going to really impact the Separatist runs or the well, nothing really impacts the Gungans.
Ooh, Deathmark. Perfect. This went deliciously. I'll take it. Great mothers have been thwarted. All right, so we have SLKR, we have Inquisitors, and we have JML. I think we can figure this out. What do we want to use against Tuscans?
Really hope so.
Yeah, I think we're looking good in the neighborhood. You went really light on. I mean, you put 3 GLs down. I knew he was up to some shenanigans because usually when I see 1 GL total in the front, it's either they're going extreme efficiency, right? Or they're going for some sneaky shit in the back, and that's what he did. He put Ray and stuff in the back, so yeah.
Yeah, it's a funny tactic that it used to have a lot of like it used to work quite well to do that kind of stuff, but like nowadays there's so much stuff on the board that's like I'm just not going to use my GLs to clear the front wall, and I'm not going to get penalized for doing that. It's like,
Right.
ooh, Ray on the front wall. I guess I'll just use Star Killer. Like there's not any real punishment right now. It's like you would need to try to. All you're trying to do when you do that is bleed out a particular counter, but you know there's very few of the triple Omni teams that can only be beat by GLs. You know, a given Datacron set typically allows you to work around it, so it works better in the lower divisions of Kyber where there's not as many options. But overall, it's just like in Kyber 1, it's like if you've got one GL on the front of on your front map, it's like, okay, odds are
See what had happened was, yeah. Yeah, and you know the thing, we haven't even used Sarah Malikos this round. That's crazy. Wow, there's a lot we haven't used here. All right, let's just get this Underman JML done, and then we'll do, SLKR versus Tuscans, Reva versus Rex 5s, sure. All right, we'll do that. And then send it on you there, Badge. And then we're going to call Hermio to start hurting you. Yes, Cam, you're next, buddy. Then JML, hit him. Oh, you changed forms. Well, here, meet Yoda. Oh, you got days on him. How did you do that? Well, no, that's not going to do anything. Let's try that again. Here, you do that. Still got days. Okay, try it again. Yoda, I'd like you to take him out, please. Thank you. And that's an easy 58. All right. All right, and then we're going to go Reva versus Rex and SLKR versus Tuscans. What do we want to use? Is this a regular first order versus the Tuscans there, or throw armor in there? Or...
I don't know if it's wildly going to change much of what happens there. You're
Hux
just going to
crew.
want to jump through fast enough to kill them. So, I mean, like crew Hux, because you probably need crew to eat the
bullshit.
Eat the dots out the rip.
This Inquisitor the Rex team. We'll go after Old Man Rex because easy target. I don't want you doing your horseshit. Here, eat this. There you go. Keep eating that. Oh, you got Death Mark. Perfect. Thank you. I'm going to beat you now.
Yeah, it'd be cool to know what like getting counterattacks in this raid is like.
What's that like?
Just watching Keller and Beck get just eating it in the shorts for like 35% of the enrage meter.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, it'd be really cool to know what a counterattack was like.
Yeah.
But at this junction, I just need to get most of my attempts in, so I don't really care. I'm just like, you know what? As long as we get like to the last like wave, all right, whatever.
Some crew. We'll just use the Malikos cron here because we're not using Malikos, so might as well give them 15% and stacking offense and defense and stuff. And then we will see what's behind door number 2 for the sheeps. This is in County 4C, 1 GL up front and hidden in the back, 3-4 GL squads. A lot of my matches are like this. Yes.
That's a better tactic in the lower divisions because they just don't have the depth to deal with having to guess. Where it's like you're at where I'm at, it's like, honest to God, the only thing you're trying to do is bleed a counter in the front so that they don't have an option in the back. Just poke and swipe.
I'm trying.
Oh, look at that. Ray decided to be nice. Gonna get to the last wave with Kellerin with 5% left in the enrage timer.
All right. Let's see what we got on ships. Wait a minute. No, it's Punishing One, Profundity, and Malevolence. All right. Why not? Says, will this raid be around for long? Should I be upgrading my squad still? I can get about 7.58 million. Nah, I would stick where you're at.
The problem right now is the raid will probably be here for at least another 4 months.
Yeah.
At the outside shot of it, I'm pretty confident of that fact that the next era will lead into the next raid. So we're not going to see that until
Summer,
April when it starts. So that might be the beginning of the new raid, which means the new raid wouldn't be playable until summer. But the only reason to upgrade at all anything would be is if your guild's going to get close to the next box and it's a guild effort, because maxing out your personal reward track isn't going to be it's going to take forever to get the investment back. So it's really only worth doing if your guild's going to hit a new box and you can get better rewards out of it. But even then, I would only recommend doing like the Queen Amidala trio to R9, because that helps with the assault battle that they have.
Yeah.
You could bring your Gungan investment up a little bit if you wanted to have a more competitive
7 to
team.
8. Yeah, I did 8 and
but,
9. No, mine. So yeah.
But yeah, 9's probably asking a lot. But like Queen Amidala trio to 9, and then the Gungans to like 7 or 8, and then everything else just where you're at is going to be about as far as you want to push it, unless your guild's like just a hair away from hitting the next box. But I mean, the reward difference between the top third box and the top second box is not a hell of a lot. It's like 1,000, 1,500 Mark 3. It's like, okay, that's like 5 arrow magnifiers and some other change a raid. So it's not really worth it unless the guild's going to get there. And even at that point, it's how much does he need to bring it up?
So we use Leviathan against the Punishing One Executor. And that's just basic heal, basic until we can drop thermals. This one is we're bringing the Rebels versus Profundity. We'll bring in the Sith Bomber, and then we'll Chimera the Malevolence Fleet. I like it. I think it's a good plan. But then there's ship RNG. Last time we did Profundity fight, we won, but it was awful banners because we didn't get any calls and assists. I'm getting really sick of that, Karth. I'm really...
Yeah.
TIE Bomber. Did I say Sith Bomber? I'm sorry. What else? 23? Yeah, TIE Bomber.
Surprisingly, 50% of the time is not frequently enough.
Well, it seems that they always get all the calls and assists. I mean, I'd like to have that kind of ratio a little bit. You know what I'm saying? There's a little poopy diarrhea.
Yeah.
That's three. That's 4 assists. Let's see how many we get. 2, 3. Okay, so matching so far. We're matching. Ow.
Yeah, the only real benefit is that their Falcon will always wiggle.
I mean, this
usually gives you a little bit of. There goes the Y-wing.
Yeah, we just drop theirs too.
Yeah, it's the heal on destruction that gets really annoying, because it's like, could you just die?
Would you just fuck off?
Yeah. It's really cool if you could stop doing all your shenanigans.
Could you not do that, please? Thanks.
That would be great.
That'd be just fantastic. That'd just be great. You could not be diarrhea. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah, it's kind of funny that people bother even putting Profundity down, because it's probably the most easily countered of the meta, the meta fleets. It's just why? I get if you're going to go triple meta, sure, but if you're not going triple meta, it's why put it down? It's just a better thing to have on offense.
Yeah, I stopped putting it down for that reason. These are here, I think.
I love that when people put the tank down and they're they put Biggs in its place, and then Biggs will always reinforce first.
I know, right?
It so much easier to counter when Biggs is summoned first. It's all right, whatever. You do, you guys. I don't care.
We just have the Falcon left, and we're on PO. And they're dodging everything. Okay, it's fantastic.
Well, I mean, you know, at least there's a buff that does give the evasion bonus there versus just it happening at the 2% chance.
Mm.
Da, da, da. I'll be happy when I mean, when the changes happen, if it makes Queen Amidala and Lumi a much more consistent run, then I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Overall change. I just kind of wish. I really want CG for the next raid to be like, listen, we heard you. The raid sucks to do because it takes so much time. So what we're gonna do is every team that we're gonna curate for this raid, we're gonna throw an Omicron that just basically says, now you get to auto it. I'm like, done. Set me up. I'll do that every day of the week.
Please God, Jesus.
Like, I will put down 50 Omicrons for the raid if it's going to be here for 9 months to a year, just so that I can hit auto on the runs. Like, I'll do that every time. I won't argue. Like, cool. If you want to do it the hard way and save those Omicron mats for GAC or TB or TW, go nuts. Fine. Great. But for me, if I get it for the raid for like 9 months to a year, and that's what we're gonna do, I'm fine with that. I think their original time frame for raids was way too short and kind of ludicrous. So 9 months to a year, I think, is more feasible. And then we can get a little bit better development out of our raids than just, you know, motion sickness.
Papa Chilo says, I'm fighting Ray, Ben, and BB-8 in GAC using Star Killer. What's the turn order sequence for the opening sequence? I mean, you're going to take Mara Jade. You're going to target Ben. You're going to do her first special. You're going to land stun. And then go back to Ray. Beat the snot out of her. And just take it from there. Do lots of calls and sits. Get shock on everybody. And then just do your thing. Once you get Ray into yellow, go back to Ben.
Yeah, you just need to clear the crit hit immunity. Starkiller's first ability should be the Force Repulse, which is the second special. Once you clear crit hit immunity, then you just got to worry about keeping Ray's inspired stacks off of her, because if she ramps offense, she'll just wreck your face off. So just keeping Ben controlled and then keeping inspired off of Ray until you can whittle them both out of damage immunity, and then just drop a ship and clean up from there.
I hate this fact. Oh, look. They're going after the Fury. They're surprised.
Don't they always do that on the... Yeah. That's like they're hard-coded.
I know.
Target half the time in that stupid thing.
And now they're going after my Doritas.
Yeah. Attack everything but... Yeah, I like how this fight's all about just... All you do is survive until you can reinforce with Sith Fighter. And then you just then go on a TM spree.
Jesus Christ.
So fun fact there, Ranger. You should have brought in Scimitar. Not Scimitar, sorry. Sith Fighter.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you can get Turn Meter, which is better than speed.
Should I bring in the...
Well, now you should bring in the Sith Interceptor or whatever that's called.
The MK6?
Yeah. Delete something.
Let's get the tank out of there. Now we'll go after Boba Fett.
Yeah, because the what you should do is you shouldn't use the AoE from Dagger until Sith Fighter reinforces, because it gives you like a ton of turn meter when you can attack under the protection. So you have to do it on the bonus turn, as well, little nuance things. But then basically at that junction, they can't do anything to you because you're just going to
I don't
loop them
remember
really
that.
hard on the meter. But the
I did, you know, I'm just so used to bringing the scimitar, I didn't even think about it. You know what I'm saying? I was just
yeah,
like,
well, it's yeah. When you're climbing in fleet every day, it's just now the go-to mechanic. You just go to bringing in that ship. So, but you need the turn meter helps you not have to endure so much of the damage from them. It gives you just more cleaner banners when you finish the fight. That's all.
yeah,
We'll get some more coffee.
go get some more coffee. He deflected it. Oh, of course he did. Yeah, 63, but it's still one shot. And then Papa Chula says, thank you, 57 banners. Woo! Hell yeah. All right, and then the chimeras.
One more raid run to do.
You get this, Cartha. I believe in you, buddy.
I mean, at this junction, I need to clear. I believe it's like 1 point. I just over 1 million to get my max personal track, and that's all I care about. We've already hit the reward crate, so I just want to max my personal track before the run ends.
All right, we'll bring you in, buddy. And they took out the scythe. Of course they do. They always take out the goddamn scythe. On Sunfac, please.
Well, I mean, once they got rid of the taunt mechanics on Chimera, it doesn't work the same anymore, right? So it's like you're not free of what happens to your characters anymore because you now don't have you don't have a way to protect Scythe anymore. So you're kind of just stuck with whatever you get your hands on. Really cool. You guys would just die a little fast. All right, leave freaking Kit Fisto alone, you shits.
You a summon? No, you are summon. Again, effective, but not the best banners.
Well, and I think to a degree that Executrix might be the better option moving forward, just to pull an actual taunt effect out of it. You don't get to delete anymore, but I don't think versus like Empire or versus Malevolence you need the delete. You just need to gain the turn meters.
Yeah. Radar question: is there a different strategy fighting Potato Head, Ray, Ben, and Ezra? Wait. Fighting Potato Head, Ray, Ben Hobo, ATF with ATF Kron using Seer, Rock Thrower, Star Killer, and Star Kron because of AT's bonus turns. I try to get ATF out of there as quickly as possible because she will fuck you up.
Potato Head Ray. So I'm assuming you're talking GL Ray,
Ben,
and
ATF. Yeah.
No, it shouldn't change. You have the lock crit hit immunity, so she's gonna hurt a little, but not like massively. So your Stark
is there? You mean JTR?
JT. Well, they all had all their heads redone, so they're all the same now. They literally put all the same heads on every single one of them. So they're either all potato heads, or one's a potato head.
GL
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
All right.
so
See,
okay.
my assumption was correct.
Yeah, our feeling on that, Karth, was on point.
So it shouldn't impact it too much. It's just going to be, you're going to want to focus her. But if you take Seer, Malicos, Starkiller, and even if, I'm assuming you probably have a Starkiller Kron, you'll pop her into DI real fast and just blow her off the board. But it's just, you just want to, it's the same shit you always do. You just focus on, keeping her inspired stacks off, which isn't as big a deal with Seer Malicos as it is with EP Starkiller. But you just the advantage with ATF is that if you just focus her, she will pop out a damage immunity on immediately because the bonus turn. So you just keep slamming into her until she's off the board, and then you deal with Brave Ben at the end of it.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, yeah, there's not much difference there. It's just kill her faster. So you focus your damage over there instead of trying to crowd control Ben.
She will hurt you.
Yeah, ATF with her stupid bonus damage is gonna hurt no matter what. It's just you have the advantage of having locked crit hit immunity, so it gives you a little bit larger of a window before she absolutely just destroys your head.
Yeah, I don't. If I see that and I'm using that team, I learned the lesson, because you'll control the match. You'll do great damage. You'll get the DI popping off, but if you don't go back to her as quickly as possible, she'll look at your Malicos and go, "Oh, hi, death."
Yeah,
she'll hit you for 300,000 like it's nothing, and that's not good, Karth. I don't like it.
No, it's painful.
I did not join TW today, so I don't have to worry about defense or anything. It's my weekend to not do TW.
I think. So what else has a question about them tweaking the endurance versus the executor somehow? The answer to that is no. It's just that the relic levels and the star levels are always changing on your opponent, and so things play differently, even if the opening feels the same. So it's like there's too many things to account for on relic levels and everything else. If you're playing against the same fleet every day, like you're climbing with endurance versus an executor into first every day, it's the same guy you're knocking out, and you're seeing significant changes between how the AI does things, then that would be one can of worms. But if you're constantly fighting different executors with different relic levels, different different modding and everything else, maybe one doesn't have all 60 modding on Dangar or BAM or whatever, and then same thing for everybody else. It's just there's so many variations that it doesn't take much for turns to get slightly different because you're a little slower, faster than before, or whatever else. So it's hard to say that things are going to play out exactly the same. But when you're doing, when a content creator does a counter video, they're fighting the same fleet every time in Fleet Arena. Whereas things are different. And also there are some things that don't play out the same in Fleet Arena that play out in GAC because of some of the things that the game does. So there's like Executrix versus punishing one executor. You can crit for some reason in Fleet Arena, but you can't crit in GAC. So there are things that the game is pulling from that it shouldn't be, that it is allowing, or uniques aren't triggering properly. So there's a lot of things that you could go down the rabbit hole as variations on. So it's not my favorite counter just because it's more of a Hail Mary, but I've done dumber things.
Haven't we all, Karth? Haven't we all? Yes. I'm just.
Let my dogs out.
Yeah, go let the doggies out. We don't want them mad at Uncle Ranger because he was holding Daddy Karth busy, and well, they couldn't go outside to use the wee wee. Just getting salvage. I think for right now we're okie dokie. I'll get some more though. Never have enough of those. All right, let's check mods for mod depression. No potency, so no. No speed. 3 speed, no. And the rest are pretty diarrhea. Okay, fantastic. Just fantastic. I didn't check to see if there was mod depression. We'll go check it here. 3 now. I'll take that. All right. That, and then the data crowns. Lots of cash because we're going to be doing some more data crowns here when Conquest starts. We got some jails and stuff we gotta get some level 9s done. But yeah, keep your questions coming in. You got me and Carth here for a little while longer, so we are more than glad to take you. I need to see what the NFL schedule is today. NFL schedule. I want to watch me some sports ball. The Texans at the Chiefs at 3:30. Commanders at the Lions. Okay. Then Rams, Eagles 2, and then good. With bod. Sports ball. Getting Desi introduced to sports ball. I will make her a sports ball queen soon enough. All right. We got that. Let me look here, see if there's any Modi depression. There is a couple mods for Modi depression. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. Sadness. Okay. And then more sadness. Okay. At least they didn't waste their time. All right, so yeah, it's the Jedi Academy. You got me and Carth. We're chilling. We're answering your Swaggo stuff. So any questions you have, just put them in chat. Just put the word question for your actual question, comment, or statement if you could. It just helps identify those questions easier. And we'll hang out with you guys for a little while longer. We got energy drinks. We got coffee. Carth's got some kind of whiskey in his coffee, I'm sure.
I wish.
Yeah, how's your diet going, man?
Holidays fucked up pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
You gotta stay strong, brother.
Now that we're through the holidays and into back to a relative degree of normal, we're getting back into it. But, it went to hell pretty well over from like Thanksgiving until like the end of Christmas. It was like damn it.
Well, yeah, Finn. I mean, I don't know if you noticed yesterday, but we raised some money yesterday for the ACS. Where were you? You were nowhere, Finn. You were doing responsible stuff like life and things. Where are we at? We are at raised. Let me check the latest number. I was busy doing scribbles. We're at 5,725 out of 11,494. So not bad. Yeah, if you missed it yesterday, we had a lot of fun. We did we did some Swaggo stuff, and then we did some Baldur's Gate 3. I was being Batman on Baldur's Gate 3 with Algie playing as Alfred. It was a lot of fun. Thanks to everybody that came out and participated and helped raise the funds. So there you go. Not too bad. We're getting there. We're getting there. I've done as much as I can, man. I did a little bit more, but I'll try to get another stream in here before we head off. But goodness, yes, we do need to see little Phinia. We're getting closer and closer. Not a lot of big names at this MegaCon that I'm even remotely interested in. Finn keeps throwing in stuff in there. I'm like, I'm not interested in. We're just like, boo. Like, we're all the Marvel and Star Wars folks. This is bullshit. I don't get my picture taken with any of these other folks. It's like, God.
They're busy filming?
I guess.
Oh.
Jesus. You can get their ass to MegaCon. Well, we may have to make a trip over to see Jude Law. I love me some Jude Law. But I was hoping that Ewan and Anakin would be back so I can get their autograph on her photo. That was one goal for this next MegaCon, but that doesn't look likely. The other is to find a certain Darth Vader figure for my background. And then the rest is just to have fun and hang out. But we should have a lot of fun with MegaCon. Be a lot of fun.
Tells me that this run's gonna be trash.
You still doing the raid, man?
I just it's like on the back burner of it, but the I'm like on the second to last wave at Enrage, and so there's no way I can get the heal over times I need to be able to counterattack. So it's like, all right, well, I don't care. I'm not redoing that run for I'm not redoing the run for like another 100,000 points. I don't give a shit.
It's like when I get like I do the Maul, the Padme run. If I'm like over 3.1 with the Queen Amidala trio, or if I'm over 1.5 with the Maul trio, I'm not redoing it. I'm just like, take it, whatever it is. I end up with, I take it. I just can't be bothered anymore.
I like to try to max the personal on my alt too, but it's just 100% just like.
It's just you get that bad RNG and you're just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, well, it's like you're on attempt number 3 or 4. It's just like, no, we're just gonna take what I get. I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore. I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Average. That's all I care about. That's all I'm gonna do, and then I'm done and I'm out. Cool, thanks, bye.
Yeah, I'm like 9 million. There you go, guild. Leave me alone.
Yep.
I don't want to do this anymore. So such a pain in the ass. You can see we're working on Omega. I am not going hard into her.
Not going hard into her with 69 out of 100.
Well, I mean, I'm not going to put relics or anything on her. You know what I'm saying? I've got Darkside Ray coming around the corner, and we're going to take SLKR and Ray up. So with Signal down now, afterwards, I may do some stuff for her, right? Because I'm pretty sure she's going to have a Cron coming up. When that gets announced, then I may do
will. I mean, they're going to have a Cron launch for her when the next, or not. They won't. It won't be for her, but they'll have a Cron that will release more than likely for Bad Batch specifically in the next set that releases, which will release in the next era.
Yeah.
So
then I'll look at her, but I mean. This isn't leading. Yeah, I could R5 her, but I just want to make sure I've got the Darkside Ray and SLKR squarely first. Then we'll pop Relic 5 on her, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not even remotely. It's like, what's my incentive here? I mean, I love get me wrong, Car. I love Bad Batch, but this is not leading to a legendary or anything extraordinary. So it's like it could be a great team. I just don't know if I want to spend that kind of money, you know. I mean, it's just like, no. Well, Steve, I mean, I'm as a content creator, I am going to invest into new characters, but like, save our crystals, get the new characters. Gear's not an issue. Signal data is, but getting characters to Gear 13 is not a problem per se. But it's like, I'm not going to, I'm definitely not on the first day going, if 6 stars and then we'll take her to 7 and then, but that's, I'll get the 30, I'll get the error pack, but $19.99 only. I'll get the $30 for each character, but I'm not going to get more than I need for crystals and stuff for these characters. It's like, I'm just not doing it. Crosshair intrigues me, but the rest, I'm just not motivated. As like, Balin, I was motivated for. GL Ahsoka, I was definitely motivated for. But I'm just, as much as I love the Bad Batch, I'm just not overly enthused. I don't know how you feel, Karth, but I'm just not enthused for going really ham on these.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not a team that needs to be unlocked right away. There might be something that they tie them to later down the line, but it's not going to be at the end of this era. Like, we know that out the rip, that there's no, what we know for a fact is there is no journey guide or epic confrontation character that this is leading towards. We know that part. They might at a later date bring them into a special mission in TB. They might do, maybe they do something with an assault battle with the mercenary tag, and then they're, and they allow use, even though I don't think Omega's a mercenary. I think it's just Hunter Wrecker, but anyways, I mean, there's something they could do later down the line, but out the rip, it's not going to be until after they've all released and you've got time to farm them, which is fine. That's what I've told everybody. Like, well, you know, it's this whole thing. We're not going to get anything out of it. Like, that's fine. We just had back-to-back massive amounts of push for a GL, one of the most expensive GLs in the game, and then a really good epic confrontation with Balin. It's just like, okay, so we get reprieve. We get a little bit of time to focus on something else that you don't need to farm. Like, I'll take that as a win. Like, it's fine with me. I'm still going to get her because that's just what I do. I'm still going to take everything to... I'll probably not go R8 right away. I don't know yet. I'm having a little bit of a relic deficit after some...
Well, yeah, after Ahsoka and Balin and last year with all the stuff we did, Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, my passion projects, I brought my resistant fleet to R8, so...
Oh, okay.
So I dropped like a ton of relics over the holidays because I knew I had nothing but time, because after I took Leia or Ahsoka up, I had like enough to do like 10 R8s, and so I just started doing random passion projects because I knew I had a full like 6 weeks before I needed to do anything with Rey. And so all I need to do is save enough relics to R9 her day one, and that's all I have to do. So we're not doing anything crazy or different about that. I'm really kind of interested to see where they go with the conquest units for the rest of the year, because I kind of hope they go down the route of bringing in triple Omni GAC lifters for every GL.
That'd be
for
nice.
The next little while. Either that or through like legendaries or epic confrontation characters or whatever they really want to bring them in through. But I think at the junction now where we're headed to with Rey, not Rey, with Glat and Ezra, and then we're gonna have Slacker and Rey. I think we're headed down a road where it's like, okay, we're going to need to bring in some powerhouses. Otherwise, a lot of these GLs are going to start to really suffer on what they're capable of with.
Steve says, well, I can promise you they'll be required for GL Thrawn. The same way the OGs were required for Lord Vader. Lore-wise makes zero sense. Money-wise, it's too obvious. Well, I could see that in the future if they do bring a GL Thrawn, having Bad Batch, the new stuff associated with it as a requirement. That wouldn't shock me at all. You know, they're going to, you know,
not a tie into it per se, but I mean, they have a lot of options too. I really hope they do Captain Pelion and then bring in Enoch and the Night Trooper and the Detra Peridia to fill out the squad. That would be really cool for me. But the outside of that, I don't know when. I was thinking they would do a tight turnaround on Thrawn, but then once they announced that this era was going to be Bad Batch, of course, that pushed that out to the earliest it could be would be April. So, and that's still a possibility. They might do back-to-back GLs in relatively tight turnarounds. But like, I'm sitting here going like, you know what? I would like to have a new fleet.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Well, someone asked me about the 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith, and like, what new characters could they bring in? I'm like, I would be honest, if they bring in anything, it'll be ships of some sort. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, bring in the Torrent, bring in the V-Wing, bring in a couple of the other things for a GR.
Tri-fighters or something along the line for...
Yeah, there's some things they could bring from it. They could get us a new... they could bring in Trench's capital ship and bring in a few separatist ships for the show. And there are options they could do, but I don't know if there's anything that they can really pluck from Revenge of the Sith for the 20th year, because it's like...
We already have JK, we already have Lord Schmader.
Yeah, we already have the two most important characters outside of Palpatine, and I don't know...
We have like, you know, we just got Queen Amidala, and we already had Padme, you know, I mean...
Yeah, so it's like, I don't really know where they pull from.
Prego Amidala? I don't know.
Like an epic confrontation version of Palpatine, and he's the lifter for Lord Vader. That could be an option. That would be interesting to see. Because I would love for Vader to actually have, I don't know, a thematic team. So disheartening to be like, hey, all your best units are from when after you were put in a different suit.
Papa Chilo, do you know if Rada's Resistance can beat Empire Chimera and GAC, or would Malevolence be better? I hate ships. We all hate ships.
Malevolence would be better
Yes.
than Radis, just because if it's Empire Chimera with Scythe, Radis is going to be a little bit of a weakness to that because of all the buffs they rely on for damage, and Scythe is just going to steal it and then one tap your fleet.
Yeah.
Malevolence would be better, but Malevolence is the same thing. It's a rush to get the Scythe out of there because if they steal all your overcharge, then you're in the same boat. You know, you can relive what Scribe did last night for me, which is just get wrecked by
That was
Empire.
such a horrible RNG, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, on both yours and his, the RNG was just good lord. What else in 3 says pregnant Amidala who cries and distracts Anakin or Lord Schmader so Kenobi can KOC him. Oh, there you go. Prego Amidala.
Hey, another Amidala. Put her on Queen or on Kenobi's
Senator
team.
Amidala. Yeah. But yeah, I love the Darth Sidious, Chancellor Palpatine Sidious kind of, like the outfit he wore in Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, I mean, I would be okay with that. But
there's
there's
that move where he twirls in the air and starts knocking the shit out of Jedi. It's like, hey, all right, hey, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'd be cool with that. I don't know what else they do for it. I don't think there's enough to really pull from because we have so much from that already.
Yeah.
That I feel like if you go down that road, it's just going to be picking on like one-off things, and I don't really know if that's the route they want to go. I wouldn't be upset if we spent an era that was thematically based around a certain time frame, and they would just brought in a lot of one-off characters to power up different squads. Like I'd be kind of like we did back in the day with the Starkiller requirements. That brought a lot of power to a lot of things. But outside of that, I just don't know. I would implore CG to like, can we get off of the train tracks of following the content that's being released on the screen and go into the woods a little bit? Can we go back into some of the older games? Can we go back in some of the older books and lore and go explore that for a while? Because I think that gives you a lot of options. The only downside, of course, for those options that I would understand why they wouldn't want to is because it's very one faction related. Like it's Jedi and Sith is like a huge portion of a lot of these other characters.
Yeah.
So it's like I could be cool with some KOTOR 2 stuff that leads to like a Mitra Surik or, leading into like a Revan Reborn kind of thing. That would be fun. Or like we can go super old school and do some older Sith, do some Exar Kun kind of stuff. Or we can there's a lot of options they could go down the road from the Old Republic if they really wanted to tie into it. But that is the problem they run into is like you kind of have to start creating different factions to kind of limit the bleed over. So
all right, Papa Chill says the Kamara starting lineup is Advanced, Scythe, and Bomber. Not sure which Malevolent ships I should bring. And well, you're just Bomber's in there. He should have the taunt, right? What would you start with there? For Malevolence.
If you bring in Malevolence, the advance will use the basic and it will put target lock on whatever it hits, and then that will provide the taunt for Bomber. So at that junction, oh man, Sunfac is usually good. It also depends on what you've got for what we're talking on relic levels, because like Sunfac is helpful for having the 2 tank setup, but the other downside, of course, is then you have literally no damage. So we're fighting Chimera with Scythe, TIE Fighter, and TIE Bomber.
Yeah, TIE Advance, Scythe, and Bomber. He says all his pilots are Relic 5.
Yeah, just the banners suck.
Yeah.
let's see.
Well, what you're hoping for is when you bring in spy, right? That you target the site and get that piece
You're
of shit
hoping
out
that
of
the
there.
taunt lands on the side if you blow it up. You're hoping that you don't
Or
lose
tie
your
advance.
stupid buzz droids really quick and get riggedy wrecked. So it looks like the main strategy is just to bring in what I'm seeing here is that you bring in Sunfac, you bring in Vulture, and you bring in Hyena.
Yeah.
And then the best win rate looks like it's by bringing in Spy, Soldier, and then bringing in like a spare unit. So bringing in like Clone Sergeant for an additional. Would you quit licking me, dog? Jesus Christ. Kind of gives you the better outcome there, but just the normal Separatist lineup should work.
Yeah.
And then you get your buzz droids on the bomber, and then
And stun them.
you try to stun them with Sunfac, and then you just wail on the bomber until your spy comes in.
You're trying to get tie advance.
Yeah,
Or Scythe out of there.
And then you try to get your mass assist onto Scythe, and then go from there. But Malevolence does the best at it for depending on what they have for reinforcements, but that's about it. It's still a chance to lose. They get good crits. They get, depending on what they bring on for reinforcements. I mean, it's nothing that they have is perfect, but I mean, the standard Separatist lineup has a 93% win rate, so it should still be doable. But I say all this as somebody who lost theirs last night, so.
Ray Rock question: can Metal Jaw solo Rex 5 and Old Man Rex?
Solo?
Probably no. I don't think that they can kill you because Rex thing ain't gonna work. But you're not gonna be able to kill them because they're just gonna health and protection their way back all the time with all the buffs and shit. No, I don't think that's a viable option. Am I crazy on thinking that? I think that the best you could hope for is a timeout there, right? Because they're just going to regenerate all that health and protection back. There's going to be a lot of fear following around, but you're just not going to be able to kill them.
Really rough to. It's going to be really rough.
Yeah, what else? 3's got the number there. It's 18.56%. Malgus lead. Yeah, you might want to bring him in.
It looks like if you do like Malik Watt, there's a chance that works. There's a couple options on if you want to do like an underman, but solo's not going to work.
No, you're not going to get a solo on that.
Yeah.
Malgus Malik is 100%, says Windows 23. So there you go. Look at us being helpful, Karth. Yeah, Papachillo, I mean, save your executive versus profundity. You're just going to have to go in there and it's just, it's how the fight turns out. The counter's pretty straightforward. You stun with Sunfac, you get the Bolter droids on Bomber, do as much damage on that as you can. It's going to be RNG with the assist because of the Buzzsaw droids. You're just trying to get Spy in as quickly as possible, targeted either the Scythe or the Sith. Because if you can get TIE Advance out, that helps. Because, and then take it from there. It's not complicated. It's just RNG. It's like Profundity versus Profundity. It's like, well, what's the goddamn opening? What happened? Did you get any calls and assist? You know.
What are calls to assist?
What is this? What's this witchcraft we're speaking of, Karth? I don't know what that is. The life we lead. We didn't choose this life, Karth. This life chose us.
Pretty much.
Yeah, we'll go a little while longer here. Get your questions in. Again, this is why we do GAC on Saturdays. This is why we show GAC on Saturdays. That's why we answer your questions about GAC on Saturdays. to help you guys out.
Who uses HK for anything? I love how he got a massive rework and then like 2 years later just
So
like goes.
nothing.
I mean, only when DR was even the meta was HK even remotely like a thought, and then through the course of time, just everything else was better.
Yeah.
But then like, hey, that's an option. They probably use DR. Oh, DR Malik. Oh, DR Malik HK. Sorry, I thought you were saying Malgus HK. I'm like, Malgus and HK don't have any synergy, but the fifth is always had a better use than what we.
There's just certain tunes over time that they just don't get any love. You know, they're just you're not using them. You know.
Well, and the other thing too is that they just don't have any other like viability anywhere else. That becomes the part of the problem. You know, same thing with a lot of the units out there. It's just, well, I do my one thing and that's it.
Pretty much. Oh goodness. Oh, so it looks like Tass is going live in about 10-15 minutes. We'll stay streaming with you guys until the Court Jester comes online, and then we'll rate him. So you have any questions, get those in with me and Karth. Then I got a busy day of stuff. And then, yeah. I'll be back tonight for some Dungeons & Dragons with you guys. Take it from there. Yeah, the fight is just what it is. So, Papa Chula, so just good luck, buddy. The opening is not going to change. It's done. Pray.
Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much how she's gonna go.
Just want to see who else is in my bracket. So we've got Lord Baxter, Yawn, and okay. I'm hoping the squish stays small, Karth, because I'm actually starting to climb a little bit in.
Well, there was this last season had no squish, so you didn't lose any points. This last season. So this season, I don't know if they're going to continue that. I know there are talks about them trying to figure out a way to do a board wipe and start over, because you have the issues that you have now at the top of one, where you've got players that would need to lose for like a year straight to fall out of where they're out of Kyber 1. Like, they're just never gonna. So it's it doesn't leave the top end very competitive because there's such a large spread. I mean, like, the beginning of top 50 is like 4150, and the top end of in the top 10 is like 4650. Like, it's just a massive spread between the two. So it's not really, your net is like, it's gonna take you forever to climb that spread, I guess is the best way of phrasing that. So it's just, I don't know if that's how they really want to keep that, or if they want to try to adjust it, but I don't think they're gonna be able to adjust it without just a lot of chaos. So I think they're gonna just let it keep going. But there are chit chats about them trying, so I guess we'll see what happens.
Papa Chulo says, Malovin's got the job done. Yes, pretty sure my executive can handle funny, but I have to get ready for work now. Thanks, y'all. You are welcome, Papa Chulo. Glad that the fight worked out for you, my friend. But really, the what we really won was friendship along the way, Carl. I think that's awesome. No, I made that up.
Not the same.
So yeah, you had about 10 more minutes. I'm just gonna wait for Numbnuts Test next to get on, and then we'll raid him. And then yeah, so if you have any more Swuggo questions, get those in. GAC, our opponent is not attacked, and that's okay. But we did 2040. We lost a lot of banners on fleets, but I can't help RNG and fleets, but we did one shot them. But yeah, at least 15, 20 banners there. We would have had a higher score. But we do have a very tough defense, and we'll see how we do there.
Yeah, that's how she goes. There's always little nuances throughout everything where it's like, well,
Well, if I go back, yeah. So looking back at the first round, we'll review this. So I just had strange shit happening all over the place. Was it in the north? Yeah, can't remember what we used against Inquisitors, but we had a strong counter that should have won, but it didn't. And then, so we had to two-shot that, and then the Seer Fulcrum Malicos team. I can't remember what we used there, but that went poo-poo. It was like, well, wait a minute. I can't remember what happened, but it was like, wait a minute. That didn't go right. And then Trench, Nuke, Django, same thing. It was like, well, wait a minute. So even with that, you just get some RNG sometimes with this stuff that you're just like, oh God. But our defense, again, did very well. Our defense has been doing extraordinary. 8 holds with the boss team took me by surprise. But the Dash team got 2 holds. Yeah, we had a lot of holds this round. 2 holds with Hera team, 3 with Ray. So yeah. What else in 3? So apparently someone at CG doesn't like the new Omega can team up with Nihilus to give him an instant kill on turn 1. Thoughts? It's not meant for that. That was never intended. I don't have a problem with them trying to fix that because that's not what they intended with Omega.
I mean, and the reality is too is that like Nihilus can technically already do that turn 1 if he just falls below 100% health.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not like it's a huge thing. But at the same time, I was like, I don't care if they fix it, if they remove the ability for, if they remove the ability for her to work with dark side units. I don't care. It doesn't change anything. You have so many prescribed teams now that are going to work as a unit that is, once the full team's there, you're never really going to swap it out. Besides, maybe occasionally you might be like, oh, in 3s, I'll just take Nihilus with this. But like, if you take Nihilus with that, it kind of kills your Treya team on what it can do because you kind of rely on the Annihilate for a lot of that unless it's a heavy debuff team and you can ramp offense with Savage. So it's like, I don't care. If they fix it, cool. If they don't, whatever. I don't care.
But it was never intended for that. Pilkus, thoughts on Omega being intended as a journey guide, but due to bad planning, they just gave us a marquee. She has 3 Zetas. Marquees usually don't do that.
It's not unheard of.
No.
It's just incredibly rare for them to have more than 2. But it wouldn't be the first marquee that's had 3 Zetas.
Yeah.
And that's fine. I don't care. Cool. Marquee with 3 Zetas. Just look at the power level of Great Mothers. Like, Jesus Christ. That was supposed to be just a marquee. I mean, it was an epic marquee or whatever the hell they want to call it. But
Jesus Christ, that team is something else.
That team is taking two characters and revolutionizing an entire faction into being like absurdly useful.
Yeah. Mothers is a super legendary, says 173. You're not wrong. They're just really good. Now we've found the counters for them on defense, but I mean,
well, now that the Kron's gone, though, it's like it's a tolerable team again.
Yeah.
But with the Kron was like 4 leaderships in 1. There was something you could do about that. It was just like, well, you're here to get dunked on and enjoy it.
But it's like Balin. Balin's Kron's going to drop off here after the next 5v5, which is fine. And people are asking, well, what happens to Balin? We just use him more for offense. You know, we'll see what the new Kron set is, but unless there's some mercenary synergy stuff there, he's just going to be really good on offense. You know, he's just going to be like Bo. He's just going there like, oh, what do I want to use him on? You know, kind of thing. Not so much on defense, but we'll see what the Krons do for him. But...
I understand that argument, but it's also a really silly argument to blanket the fact that you have DR, who is a legendary, and Malgus, who is an epic confrontation, beating a marquee. The trade-off is fantastic for the investment. Like, First of all, that's an argument that's kind of just overlooked. It's just the fact that DR is a much older character. But flip that on its head, Great Mothers will tear through like a half dozen teams for perfect banners. Like, okay, you move her to offense. She's no longer a defensive nightmare anymore because the Kron is gone. But you take that portion away from it, you could probably take her and like 2 Night Sisters and Underman Gungans for great banners. So it's like, yeah, she's lost a lot of her defensive viability with her Kron, but she is still an absolute powerhouse with only 1 GAC Omicron on offense. Like, it's not even, it's a joke. Like, I don't understand why people are, oh, well, the Kron's gone, so she's not as good on defense. I'm like, yeah, but she dunks on offense. It's like, okay, so cool. It's a trade-off.
Yeah,
Kron will come in and give us better options for defense later on, but the team doesn't go to hell just because it can't be used on defense anymore, or that it's countered by a much more expensive and counter. It's like, yeah, it doesn't require a GL anymore, sure, but it still requires a legendary and epic confrontation to beat. So, okay,
yeah, and
winning.
A couple things on that too. If you're using Darth Revan against Great Mothers, then that doesn't leave a lot of Sith Empire options for other teams, right? And the other thing too is 3s more than 5s. I would say, Karth, your defense is going to change drastically with Krons, right?
Well, in 5s, I don't know if DR is still going to win it, because the fact of it being that you have a ton more offense behind them, and if you can put the new Night Sisters behind them, the Night Trooper and Death Trooper Peridia, I think the damage is just going to wreck the team even without it. So it's like, in 3s, it's tolerable because you can tank the damage, but in 5s, I don't know if you can, unless they get lucky and they mark DR and can't assist against it. But it's like, look how much even my Relic 9 Malgus gets torn to shreds by the 3-man team. It's like, well, what happens in 5s when the whole team gets plus 25% turn meter and takes a turn before you can? Like, you're just going to have a really rough day, and it's not going to be as clean. It's like, things that work in 3s don't always translate to 5s. It's like, drawing a conclusion off of one season of GAC of the viability of a team after their Datacron goes away is not what I would call adequate information.
Yeah, I mean, when I was looking at our defense, right? Great Mothers we took off because I'm like, nah, it's better on offense and stuff. And I'm like, well, I like the boss team more on defense. We had GL Ahsoka we were replacing with. You can see the teams we placed, but this is a totally different setup on defense than what we did before, because we had Great Mothers on defense. We had DTMG on defense, right? But the Krons disappeared, so my strategy disappeared. We had the Sabine Kron, so I wanted to do the hair team, and that's actually been getting us holds. Queen Amidala, I think, no matter what, is always going to be viable on defense. Lord Vader, I'm just having them waste shit. Now I've got Great Mothers here this round, but that's just because, like, let's waste Sith Empire. But I've seen a lot of people pull that off, right? For offense, and it's like, yeah, do that. You pull Great Mothers.
Well, Great Mothers can beat Queen Amidala. They can beat Gungans.
Yeah.
They can beat a few other teams. It's like, it's a good offensive tool now for other teams on offense. It's like, I understand where people are coming from, because the scale of what beat Great Mothers prior to her Kron going away was a very expensive requirement, and which is understandable. But now it's still an expensive requirement. It's just that it's one that more people have access to. That's the only thing that changed. So it's like, it's not like the team got worse. The team just got, a little bit easier to deal with. But I mean, saying that you needing a legendary epic confrontation and possibly a conquest unit in 5s to even stand a snowball's chance in surviving the onslaught from Great Mothers is like, that's a lot to commit to that. It's just no longer a GL being committed, and that's the only real difference that took place here.
Yeah, and leaving Great Mothers on the front line for me is about, I want them to use Sith Empire. And the reason I want them to use Sith Empire because of what I've got in the back wall. It's like, well, you're not going to have Sith Empire for 2 teams back there. I know you would love to use Sith Empire. I was like, no, fuck that. It's like, you're going to have to go a harder route, buddy. Sometimes it's about burning teams in that front so that your back wall can catch them. And then sometimes, depending on what they put on defense, right? Will dictate what they have for offense, obviously, but you can catch them with their pants down. It's like, they put this on defense. Well, what are you going to do against this team now? Right. So again, it ebbs and flows in 3s. So yeah, but I've had Great Mothers with the 3-man team hit Basel and is like, oh no. It's like, oh, Basila's dead. Well, this has just got hanky. Sometimes you feel like a nut, sometimes you don't. Yeah. Almond Joy's got nuts. Bounds don't. So yeah. All right. I think Tessie just went live. I'll wait for her to pop up on Twitch, and I got the message, but give it a minute or two, and then we'll head over there. And as I said, I'll be back tonight for some Dungeons and Dragons. I wish everybody a wonderful rest of your day. Hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. Is it just are you just by yourself this weekend, Karth? Is the wife around?
She'll be back tonight. She's visiting her grandparents.
Ah, good.
Just playing the waiting game of when grandma goes. So.
Yeah. Go Lions tonight. Yeah, that'll be a fun game. Even while I'm doing Dungeons and Dragons, I'll kind of have the phone open going, anything cool happening? Watching the score. Anything going on here? And let me refresh and see if the court jester pops up, because we're going to go right there. Make sure you hit the thumbs up, subscribe, leave comments, all that fun stuff. He is there. Yeah, it just took a second for Twitch to figure out that the channel was live. I hate that. So yeah, we're going to go raid the court jester task. Have fun over there. He's an awesome content creator. Really knows his shit on GAC. So yeah, and if you need me for anything, hit me up. Karth, are you doing? You guys are doing the tribe talks tomorrow, right?
Provided nobody is sick again.
Well,
I believe that's still the plan.
yeah, minus that, and then Mike's working.
Yeah, well, it was just working. Yeah, I don't know what it was.
There's been a lot of updates. My OBS flipped out again because I just had an update. Trust me, I feel you on that, brother. It's annoying because you get a reset and you get the update and then you log in and you're like, uh-oh, where did you fuck up? I was like, oh my god, what is happening? Why is my sound not working? You turned it off again. Stop it. All right, so everyone have a great rest of your day. I'm going to go get some stuff done. So on behalf of myself and Karth, thank you for joining us on Jedi Academy. If I don't see you tonight, I will see you on Monday. We'll see if we win today. We're a good opponent and get some more GA3 wins and stuff. So everyone have a great rest of your day. Let's go raid Task. Say hi to Task, and we will holler at you guys later. Peace out.